I made so many mistakes at the end of the game. I'm disappointed in myself.
How can you be disappointed? We didn't even expect to see you out here tonight. How important was it for you to be available for your guys in game one?
For me, man, 75% of the game for me is my mind. My mind got to be where it needs to be, and in the last 2 minutes of the game, it wasn't. I gave up 2 offensive rebounds, turned the ball over. Yeah, I'll be better.
Something about this group. Backs against the wall. You guys are injured. Heavy underdogs here tonight, and you prevail. What is it about that underdog role you guys relish?
We just want to win ball games. That's all we want to do as a group. No matter who night it is, we don't care. We want to embrace each other. We got nothing but love for each other. We want to see all of each other succeed.
It wasn't just about you tonight, obviously, Ant, but about your team. What did you learn about your guys' group this evening?
Resilience. That's what we got.
This series feels like it's going to be a fight all the way through. How would you define what this series is projected to be?
We just got to stay locked in on the game plan, especially myself, man. I can't give up 2 offensive rebounds to Champagnie. I may not be as athletic as I usually am, but I got to be able to box out and make those small plays to win the big-time games.
Anthony, congratulations.
Thank you.
This your boy Dino's back with another video. Say, man, Anthony Edwards really might be the one. You just seen his post-game press conference after the first game of round 2 against the Spurs that they narrowly escaped from. And he just basically took accountability for a poor last 2 minutes where he gave up 2 offensive rebounds. He turned the ball over on a bad inbound pass to Julius Randle. And with all that being said, I felt like he played amazing at the beginning of the fourth quarter. He had 11 points in that fourth quarter. He played some great defense on Dylan Harper at times. I just think Anthony Edwards is special. I think he's cut from that cloth, that Kobe cloth, that Jordan cloth. I think he's the next great shooting guard. He made some great passes after double team that led to some Julius Randle threes. I feel like he's knowing when to get off the ball more. And I just feel like the Minnesota Timberwolves have no ceiling as long as Anthony Edwards is healthy and can play. And he was grimacing some tonight, well, in the game, because I got to the game late because I fell asleep during Knicks and 76ers. I was feeling a little sick, dealing with my nephew's situation. So I woke up during the Minnesota Spurs game, but it was already like 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So I said, man, I'm going to watch the whole game in the morning. And because I caught the press conference and not the press conference, the post-game interview. And Anthony Edwards, he just sounds like he's figuring things out in real time. The dude is what, like 25 years old, 24 years old? And I just think Anthony Edwards is just, I don't know, he's a throwback player. And I like him. I like Wemby. I like Cade. Just all of those guys' mentality, SGA. I'm really loving what the NBA is with their new young stars. And Anthony Edwards he's head of the pack for me. Just because as a guard, with his athleticism, his two-way impact, his efficiency as an offensive player it's absolutely crazy, bro. Like this year, he dealt with certain injuries, but he was at 29 a game, bro. He was shooting 49% from the field, 40% from 3. Like, I the sky's the limit. He's my favorite player in the NBA, bro. And I thought the Timberwolves throughout the season was very inconsistent. I thought, I don't know, I just couldn't trust them this year. They done went out back-to-back conference finals. The first conference finals, Anthony Edwards, he played pretty well against the Mavericks. That second conference finals, you could say he was the third best player in that series behind SGA and J-Dub. He did not shoot well from 3. I thought Julius Randle was really good against the Thunder outside the turnovers, but overall he was an efficient scorer. But I thought Anthony Edwards, he kind of regressed in last year's Western Conference Finals. But it's just something about him, his maturity now. I think that post-game interview, it just told me a lot. He said he don't care about whose night it is. That's so important for a superstar to say. If y'all been paying attention to anything Jaylen Brown has been saying or doing online, it's kind of like they're going in opposite directions. Like Anthony Edwards is more team. Jaylen Brown seems like he's trending more towards me. And I love Jaylen Brown. I think he does deserve his own team. I think him to Atlanta makes too much sense just so he can go back, play for his hometown with Jalen Johnson, who I think is a great player, but he needs a legit number one option. But I just think Anthony Edwards is just his mentality, his approach to the game. When he's playing at his best, he's arguably as good as anybody in the league from an athletic standpoint, from a skill standpoint, from a confidence standpoint, a two-way ability standpoint. Anthony Edwards, Anthony Edwards, man. Because if you look on the other side, the Spurs, Wemby's he constantly struggled offensively. So did De'Aaron Fox. But that step back that Anthony Edwards had on Wemby, I think that was like at the beginning of the fourth, if I'm not mistaken. But Anthony Edwards just a different thing, man. I just can't root against him. Well, I always liked him, but like I just developed a new respect for him after that post game interview because he just was so honest, brutally honest about his performance. He was humble in his approach. Um, it just I wish he didn't deny being the face of the league because they go give it to Wemby because Anthony Edwards basically said he didn't want it. And I just love Anthony Edwards, bro. The Timberwolves, the sky's the limit for him. As long as you got Anthony Edwards with that type of mentality, the way he's been poured into Nas Reed and Jaden McDaniels, it's just been amazing. Because they was a young core. I remember I was ranking the young cores a couple years ago. I had them high just because Anthony Edwards, he was doing most of the heavy lifting. But the way that Jaden McDaniels is playing, the way he's talking, Nas Reed, it's all because everybody's adopting the mentality of Anthony Edwards. Most teams adopt the mentality of their superstar player. And I think right now you could say Anthony Edwards has the best mentality. Him, Cade, and Victor Wembanyama, their mentalities, all guys under 25, with the mentalities they have, is just a joy to watch. It's so refreshing. And Anthony Edwards is back to being my favorite player in the NBA. He was always my favorite player. I've been more focused on Paolo just because his situation has been crazy. 6'10" power forward, playing amazing in the playoffs, having shaky regular seasons. He's done got left behind in two straight game sevens, one against Cleveland and then another one against Detroit. But I just can't forget about Anthony Edwards. Even though he's gonna struggle with injuries, it's just something about him, man. It's something about this team. Chris Finch deserves a lot of credit. Rudy Gobert he's been pretty good. He still struggled to catch the ball, but he's been pretty good. Mike Conley has been amazing. He's the reason why I still think a lot of teams still need a traditional point guard on the roster. And I hope Minnesota targets a traditional point guard in the draft, like a Jaden Bradley. I want Minnesota to end up with Jaden Bradley so bad. But yeah, I just love Anthony Edwards. Great game one, great mentality, great response to his play. Just everything about Anthony Edwards in the Minnesota Timberwolves because, whew, and yeah, I've been telling people that Jokic was kind of falling off. So I wasn't surprised by them losing against the Timberwolves, but I was surprised that with no Anthony Edwards, no DiVincenzo, that they couldn't come back and win that series. But that just goes to show that the Minnesota Timberwolves are really buying into the team concept, next man up, and it all starts with their star. But this your boy D Knows Bob. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about Anthony Edwards. What's Minnesota Timberwolves ceiling this season? Can they get to the finals? Can they win the finals? Yeah, just let me know in the comments. This your boy D Knows Bob. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Damn, tripping. But I'm out.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can look comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind. Need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line. Any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.